interested. It's my son I'm concerned with, and nobody can blame me for that. If your ward wants to work in a shop, that's your affair. If you let her leave off school and waste her talent...
What are you trying to say, Mrs. Clegg? That your son is a cut above Lucille?
I'm saying I care.
Lucille is not beneath your son.
My son's finishing his education. I care, Mrs. Walker, for what he does. He's not ending up behind some counter.
That girl is doing the job she wants to do.
Filling his head with her nonsense, and what else is in her head? What can be?
That girl is out in the world, and what is in her head are the thoughts of this world.
Oh, I can well imagine.
The thoughts of the community at large.
Hold on a minute, honey. Now, look, Mrs. Clegg, I know your boy's not halfway through his course yet, and I know he's got a long way to go.
He's got to stick at it, Mr. Walker.
Yes, I know, love, but he's got to stretch his legs sometimes. He must come up for air.
I know that.
Look, my dear, what my husband is trying to say is one cannot smother one's young.
You think I smother my son?
You can't place him under lock and key.
I do for him what's best the way I see it. He's not old enough to see it that way.
Look, dear, I'm not questioning your motives, but I do know you're being muddle-headed, and I do know you're in the wrong.
You know? You? A total stranger?
I'm a mother and a liberal guardian to Lucille.
Too liberal by far by the looks of things.
And what does that mean?
I've seen her in those skinny dresses.
Look, that girl works in a dress shop. She's obliged to follow fashion.
Not obliged to show herself off the way she does.
She seems to meet with your son's approval.
No, not just my son, I'm sure. I've seen her with that plumbing fella. I've seen him in his car.
Yes, and what do you think? That boy knows about it. The two of them were together here in this bar tonight.
Yes. And you served him. You served my boy with a drink. Whiskey, he tells me. Spirits.
Your boy is 18 years of age.
And you served him with spirits, a boy's first drink?
Well, as a matter of fact, Lucille did take over for me.
Oh, yes, the little barmaid, born and bred.
If he wanted...
She enticed him. He'd never come in of his own accord.
And a great pity, if you ask me, when I think of the miserable life that lad must lead.
Oh, I know it's your business. Do is just custom. Just money and back, that's what he is. But he's my son, Mrs. Walker. And I'm not standing by while you corrupt him.
Right, Mrs. Clegg. You've made yourself quite clear. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Gordon see Lucille whenever he wishes to. And I would appreciate it if you would kindly leave these premises.
Hello, Mrs. Walker.
How dare she, Jack?
Now, don't upset yourself. It'll only make things worse.
Saying things like that to me.
Yes, I know, Lord.
Fine chips, anybody?
Not tonight, lad.
Jerry, in here? Oh, I feel quite hungry after that, don't you, Miss Newton?
Well, I do rather, though I wouldn't like to attribute the
You've been
cause...
thrown to the lions then, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, Jerry, sure more.
Oh, well, it seems to have blown over now, don't it?
Oh, I don't know, Jerry. Things were said that...
Nasty things that can't be forgot in a hurry.
The first Noel. No, too early and not appropriate. We plough the... Oh, no. All people that on earth do dwell, sing to the Lord with cheerful
Oh, it's
voice.
you. I thought I was in heaven or something.
Jenny, we've got to choose an hymn.
This minute.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hey, we're not related, are we?
What's Bobby doing on the table?
Because there's a list in here as long as your arm who I can't get married to.
He doesn't look too bright to me.
We're never going to get related at the rate we're going on.
Has Mrs. Caldwell seen him?
Oh, she was wailing and moaning when I come in. She reckons he's got flu. Anyway, she just nipped off for a hot water bottle.
Probably been at the port we had last night going over.
It wouldn't do out to him. Cats have stomachs lined with milk.
Dennis, what do you mean the way we're going? We've got everything lined up.
Oh, if it were just the two of us, love, we'd be laughing. But it's all them other ghouls who want to come and watch it. It's like a flaming peep show.
As long as they know their way to the church.
I dreamt last night that they all got lost. Everybody, including the vicar. And the only car that came was for me mum, and that had no driver, so she had to get out and push.
Have you ever had a dream come true?
Yeah. Now with a bit of luck.
Have you phoned the Lancastery about the reception?
It's all fixed.
You know, we might be better off with Annie Walker.
Look, love, we're going to do it properly. come orders or don't come orders.
I wanted Lucille to stay on in that laboratory. I begged her not to leave.
Now, look at me. Are we playing grandmother's footsteps, or what are we doing?
After all, I have brought Joan and Billy up. I launched 2 children into the world.
Aye, and she's got all her eggs in one basket. All she's got to fret about is that one boy.
Fret? That woman isn't fretting, she's obsessed.
Oh, and you're going the right road on to join her.
Yes, well, if she makes libels like that, she can't get away with them. If she throws down the gauntlet, I pick it up.
Annie, I don't know the ins and outs of this any more than you do. All I know is that woman was very upset. And I bet she's kicking herself this morning.
She'll never see me in that shop again.
You don't know what's behind it all.
Oh, you're beginning to agree with me now, aren't you? I can smell a herring, I can tell you that.
A rat, I think you mean.
Herring, rat, what does it mean? Something untoward.
All this because of that insurance business.
No, not just that.
Oh, what then?
Why doesn't he come here? Why doesn't she let him? Why is she so concerned about her son?
You won't find out by boycotting her shop.
No, but you forget Gordon and Lucille, don't you? What if Gordon confides in Lucille?
Oh, so you'd set her up to spy, eh? Well, I must say that's very nice.
I said confide, and there's no reason why she shouldn't confide in me.
No, there isn't. But if you ask me, I think you're jumping the gun a bit. And if I was that lad and heard about this rumpus, I should be half inclined to stay clear. And I don't mean just of you and his mother. I'd think twice about Lucille.
And then again, it could be depression. He's got a very funny sort of stir, and when he walks, he sort of wobbles.
Oh, dear.
Or worms. Worms are very common, Kenneth.
Yeah.
You want Mr. Smallbroth? I could have brought Peter's rabbit, but I thought he'd like the pussycat water.
Oh, dear, that's wise.
Oh, he's very listless.
No, but I mean, it might be being a cat that's getting him down. Can't accept the confines of his nature. Same sort of thing as housebound wives.
Oh, he's really poorly.
Yes, he is.
Well, I was just making an observation.
About Bobby?
Who else?
Yes, well, I'll go and get it filled.
Yeah, well, if he doesn't buck up, Mrs. Cole, we'll go and see the woman at the corner shop. She deals in cures.
Yes, well, I'm not very sure about that woman. Last night, she showed her colours. She showed her tooth and nail.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, of course, I don't suppose you want to hear about it. Well, not now. Thanks for the bottle.
I suppose you think that was clever.
What was?
That bit about housebound wives.
Oh, I just see things as they are, that's all.
See, you've no idea.
Oh, well, I'd explain it to you if only you'd listen.
I don't want you to explain it to me. I don't want you explaining me. You're so pompous. You've got it all so pat, so cut and dried.
Once a schoolmaster, as they say.
Yes, and I can't tell you how much I hate it. I really do.
I'm sorry.
You just mark me like your exercise books. Put me nicely away in a pile.
Oh, I thought you might just have got your sense of humour back.
After yesterday, Ken, I sat there waiting for those buyers with my fingers crossed and my heart going up and down. All because my husband told me a lie.
Hey, now, wait a
And it
minute.
was a lie.
Not that kind.
The kind you tell to a child, like saying Santa Claus will bring you a lolly.
All right, lover. I'm sorry, I was wrong, but I just felt I had to make a gesture, that's all. I didn't know you were going to take me at my word.
Is it so unusual?
I'm sorry.
No, well, I'll know next time, won't I?
No.
Oh, goodness, cool. I wish you weren't going, Jerry.
That's funny, that, isn't it? You have to pack your bags before it reaches home.
Beg your pardon?
You stay in one place, you become part of the fittings, and nobody cares if you come or go.
Oh, Jerry,
Oh, they rub
don't.
shoulders with you, they'll even club you one if you tread on their toes. But which of them would take the breath to say it? Oh, that's just it. They won't.
Say what, Jerry?
Well, that they were glad to have you round.
Well, I was, Jerry.
I mean, if I didn't say it, it was in my mind.
Ah, there's a lot of things stays in the mind, I know.
And you think more's the pity.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
But you're not a very, well, outgoing person. I mean, you're not loose-tongued.
About myself? No. But I often wished I were different, though.
So have I.
Well, anyway, I'm glad that things have looked up for you, Miss Nugent.
Well, I hope they will for you, Jerry, in that
they'll all
way.
want to know me when I'm rolling in it. I won't know what to do with all them birds.
What's going on there, then?
Birds.
I thought you were doing company business.
Oh, all in order, Mr. Fairclough. I'll complete it all before Jerry goes.
Aren't you going to give it a treat, Jerry? You should, you know.
Oh, I will. We'll take it out for a nosh after the wedding. All right with you, Miss Nugent?
Oh, I'm afraid I won't be here. I'll be absent.
Miss Nugent, you had a spree only a few weeks ago.
Oh, just a few days, Mr. Fairclough. It happens to combine... Well, not to combine.
You haven't been combining of your own, have you?
No, Mr. Fairclough, I don't
Hey, I will
think...
see you in the Rovers tonight, Miss Nugent.
Thank you, Jerry. Yes. Yes, goodbye.
Ta-da.
Ta-da, love. So all the paperwork's fixed up, is it?
Aye, I should make a neat enough job of it, like.
I wish I could say the same for my opera.
Oh, you'll do all right, you will.
What with Stanhope?
Well, he's no pyramid builder, granted, but at least he'll stick by you, thick as he is.
Aye. And what about Ray Langton? Will he stick by me?
He does the job in no messing, does Ray? There's no sentiment agreed, but no messing. I've had no call to chine him yet.
It was the first time.
I doubt it. He gets keen to Davy Day, does that lad?
Keen on what?
Oh, now, come on, if you've got the face that graves about you...
All right, don't say it, don't say it. Birds of a feather.
You said it, mate. Not me.
What did your mother say to you this morning?
She said I wasn't to see you again.
What did you say?
I had my mouth full at the time. Well, I think she expects me to back down.
And will you?
What do you think?
Well, if she's going to act like a raving maniac...
Look, if she knows, it's bound to upset her.
That's what I mean.
Would you as soon as leave it, then?
Well, I don't want you to see me just spite her.
I wouldn't spite her. I couldn't have tried.
Well, then?
I just want to see you more.
Seems daft to leave off when we've hardly started, doesn't it?
That's what I think.
I mean, especially when we're onto a good thing.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do.
Great, well, I'll see you tonight, then.
Yeah, but we won't meet here. We'll meet at Doreen's. She's got a flat by the number 70 bus stop. City Road, number 109.
You sure she won't mind?
Oh, no, she'll think it's a giggle. Hey, you'll like her. She's enormous and she laughs like a flipping drain.
Great.
Hey, why don't you take a pair of stockings as a present for your mum?
Yeah, good idea.
And please, stop worrying.
Well, thank you, Jack. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Oh, well, there's no reason for us to ditch our bowls. No, master's in our own house, eh? Ah, well, you can't all be squabbling like a load of sparrows. Hey, there's your wife coming, look. Hey, I wonder what she's doing out at this hour. Well, perhaps she wants to have a chat with Maggie. She doesn't, you know. There's a blockade on. I'll be seeing you. Aye. Hello, love.
Mr. Walker. Now what have you forgotten?
Me and Luke.
And where are you off to?
Jack, I'm not a prisoner at the Rovers.
You are when I'm out bowling.
My dear boy, Miss Nugent is a mature and level-headed woman.
Ah, well, that's more than can be said of some people I know.
Oh, Jenny, I wanted a word with you, love. Is Dennis inside?
Yeah, it's just, is it important?
Well, it is to you, dear.
Oh.
It's about the reception. Now, we haven't planned anything yet. It's been so pie in the sky.
Yeah, well, that's because
You've been busy, I have realised, yes.
No, I don't think you have realised, Mrs. Walker. You see, we did think about it, and then we thought that the Rovers wouldn't quite,
Bill, and...
Hey, Jenny, Lancaster's been on the phone and they say we can have... Ah, Mrs. Walker, they are. Just on my way to have a word with you.
With a hymn book?
No, about the reception, actually. Now, it wasn't going to be fair on you, to ask you to wait on when you're one of the guests. So, one of the most important guests, too, especially just so near the top table.
Yes. Well, there's no need for explanations, Dennis, thank you. I mean, the choice is yours, right or wrong.
Right, ma'am. I'm off then.
Oh, Gordon, I told you to have another helping.
I've just had it.
Gordon, you're not mad at me for going round there?
No, of course not.
It's all brewed up.
Yes. Yes, sir. I know, ma'am.
You shouldn't have brought me a present.
Well, I thought I might book you up, that's all.
It did do. I've just been reading about that legislation, what they're going to let you do.
Oh, those 18-year-olds, you mean?
Make wills, get furniture on HP, even buy a house, goodness knows
You're
what.
manly, ma'am.
Yes, I'm making a shepherd's pie, the way you like it, you know.
I'm going out. With Tony.
All right. I'll have it on table when you come in.
Fine. Sure.
Sure.
Oh, got a patient for you, Maggie.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Colwell. Well, it's not me, it's Bobby. Only I didn't think he ought to travel. He's proper poorly.
Oh.
Well, you don't have to worry. Maggie'll fix it. She knows all about these things.
Tell you what, love. I'll collect a few of my little bottles and I'll come over. Then I can have a look at what's to do.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Mrs. Colwell, about last night, I don't normally make a public exhibition of myself for a nuisance.
Oh, I don't think that's what you did.
Oh? What then?
You made an enemy of Annie Walker.
I wouldn't readily want to do that.
Oh, well, I shouldn't worry. She has to have enemies of people. She had an enemy of Elsie Tanner and my friend Ina.
Well, you make it sound like a privilege.
Oh, yes. You have to be special.
That's cold comfort, Mrs. Colwell. It really is.
No, straight up, Len, it'll be a cinch. The contractor's called Wilson. Well, Wilde and Wilson, they pull together, try and carve opponents up.
And you think you'll get a contract just like them?
Well, we worked this one for Wilde, didn't we?
Was it this time? What schedule, Maisonette?
No, 2-bedroom flats, it seems like, 4 or 5 blocks. Look, Jerry, you try and persuade him. It's worth going to see Wilson.
Now, go on, mate. I've done my bit and I'm bowing out. You persuade him.
Len!
I'd want more facts.
Well,
There is a confidential.
You're in, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I've got something to say to you.
Oh, I think in that case I'll scarce.
You don't mind if I sit this one in, do you? This lad of yours is getting ideas.
Work-wise.
Yeah, well, I've just come to tell you I can't make it tonight.
Oh, where's he taking you? The Piccadilly?
No, I've got to wash my hair.
It must take you hours with all that lot.
Yes, it does.
See you.
Right, see you then.
Likely.
Ta.
Yeah, you could have wiped the floor with her, you know that.
Give him enough rope. She's got a nerve, though, you know. I were very near there when she fixed it up.
You got a box of cagey, though, you know. I thought I knew all the answers and I was stuck.
Don't get involved. It makes no odds, eh?
What about the firm? Are you involved with that, Ray?
I got a kick out of that Maisonette job, yeah. Women, that's just a hobby. Making money isn't.
And pinching? And bullying little girls?
2 years ago, Mr. Fairclough. It's a long while since. Why don't you just keep me on? I'll keep you on.
Oh, you see them sometimes, these big Edwardian mansions with gardens and attics, going for a song.
4 people.
Oh, it might increase.
Will we?
It might.
A few months ago, you wouldn't hear of it.
Well, you won't get another in those maisonettes. Who's it for?
Peter,
Oh, thought it might be knitting me a jacket.
you wouldn't wear this colour.
I don't know, go with my new image, a bright, dynamic young man.
Dynamic, living here. Don't make me laugh.
Oh, Val, for heaven's sake, I want to leave here as much as you do. Now, can't you leave it alone?
Thank you, that was a great help. Peter, I'm watching you. Now put that back.
Oh, by the way, I picked up a babysitter for tonight, Evans, the bloke you like.
No one a whistle.
Yeah, that's right, physics, and he runs a choir.
I didn't know we were due.
Always due for a night off.
I thought we'd go to the Classic and see his Jacques Tati film on. Very funny. Make you laugh.
What's it about?
Well, it's all about this uncle, and he lives in this modern house, and it's got every known gadget. Only the thing is, it gets him down. He hates it. Everything about it gets him down.
Poor fella.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I better go and put Evans off then.
Oh, no, don't bother. You go and laugh at your gadgets. We'll pass the time.
You won't get very far with Evans. All he's interested in is electrons and neutrons and Welsh songs.
Well, he can sing to me then, all through the night.
What one did we tell him it was?
540.
Yeah, I know, but what was it?
Oh, I don't know. Something to do with fighting.
Oh, I've got it. Fight the good fight with all thy might. Fight the good fight with all thy might. Fight the good fight.
Dennis!
Well, I want to learn it in case my eyes go funny.
We probably won't even be there when they sing it.
What?
Well, we keep having to pop in and out and sign things.
How do we know when to do it?
I know, they'll probably give us signals.
It's all a bit complicated, isn't it?
That's why we have a rehearsal.
Fight the good fight. It's a funny hymn for a wedding.
Makes me think of rolling pins.
Yeah, but it's not the same thing, though, is it, love? Fighting's different in religion.
Yeah, but rolling pins is what it is in marriage.
But you can't have a marriage.
Oh, hello.
He must be better for you to leave him.
Oh, he is, Jenny. Oh, that Mrs. Clegg. She's a very clever woman, and she says his fur will come up all shiny.
Oh, good.
Hymns for those that see. I bet they're better.
Oh, Dennis, you shouldn't let her doodle. Where you sit in church is most important. Oh, you can't have messy arrangements in a church.
What's she on about?
Look, it's my little church. You see, it's all lopsided. Your lot away and my lot down.
You've not got many, have you?
Me dad, Query, and all these little diddy matchstick men.
I don't mind them coming.
Don't suppose they'll eat much.
No. Jenny,
Yeah.
don't jump down my throat, but I'm going to suggest something.
Let's get married.
Somewhere else.
Like a registry.
Like a
office.
registry. You wouldn't mind?
I'd have mentioned it before. I thought you would.
Mind me?
Just stand in a queue and get done. But we could still have the reception.
We wouldn't let nobody down. They could still dress up if they wanted to.
Yeah, they must.
Play your noughts and crosses.
You're on.
No, the way I see it, I mean, you've got one life and that's all you've got.
Man is the master of his fate.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to knuckle under. You just have to go along and make the most of it. That's the way I see it,
Good
anyway.
evening, Miss Newton. Good evening.
Hello, Mrs.
Good
Dover.
evening, Mrs. Calder.
Dear.
Do you think she's the master of her fate?
No, I don't.
Jerry?
Bobby's the master of hers.
So I thought I'd bring you what was left over.
Yeast and honey, you say?
Yes, and cod liver oil and herbs. Only it's made a world of difference to Bobby, and you said that you were feeling run
Auntie
down.
Annie, can you leave the key under the cup for me?
Yes, don't be late, love, will you?
I know, just in case.
Hey, well, enjoy yourself, won't you? And don't let my broken heart bother you.
I will. Underwood.
Now, what was I saying, love? Oh, yes, I must confide in you, dear. I really do not trust that market.
Oh, I didn't get it from the man with the herbal stall and the cough drops. No, it was made to order for me by Mrs. Clegg.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, Mrs. Clegg dispensed it. I think that's the...
And you're trying to palm me off with cat cure? Soiled by that woman's hands? That's poison to me, worse than poison.
Oh, no, she cured Bobby, and I was afraid I'd have to have him put to sleep.
Yes, well, she is not putting me to sleep, I can tell you that. I am on watch.
For what?
For anything that woman may send into this house from that appalling shop.
Never mind, love. You can keep it all for yourself.
Well, I knew she'd got a knife in her, but I didn't know it was that deep.
You do as Len says. Come on into the snow, love.
What for, Mr. Walker?
There's a little package for you. It came when you went out.
Oh, it's from St. Anne's.
I thought that'd cheer you up a bit.
Oh, well, there's no letter in it.
A note inside it.
Only this.
Looks as if she's been fishing, eh?
Oh, it's Ina's hairnet. Oh, you don't think anything's happened to her?
No, I think she's trying to ask you something.
Oh?
Well, you know what some people do when they want to find out if they're welcome? They chucked their cap in first.
Oh, Mr. Walker. She's coming back.
Hey, trusting the Sharples not to miss a wedding.